Hello and welcome to another Spider-Man 101. Today, it's Marvel Zombies time. So sit back, enjoy, and learn about one of the coolest Marvel stories in a long time. We start off in Ultimate Fantastic Four. Now in Ultimate Fantastic Four issue 21, 22, and 23, which are actually reprinted in this book, we are introduced to the Marvel Zombies, which is basically a alternate universe where they've been infected by this virus that makes them become flesh-eating zombies, much like any other horror movie. What happens in Ultimate Fantastic Four is it's the Ultimate Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. He devises a machine and teleports to this alternate universe where the Marvel Zombies are basically in control. Now, in this alternate universe, all you know is that you got all these superheroes, and they're all infected. They all want to eat your brains out. All the humans, none to be found. And it's all these guys, all these heroes, against one single unaffected superhero, or supervillain, you may call him. It's Magneto. So basically, it's Magneto against everybody. And he's trying to stay alive and trying not to get devoured. So it's a very cool storyline. It goes on from Ultimate Fantastic Four number 23, 24, and 25. You can see here are Marvel Zombies of the Fantastic Four. Very cool anyway. So after this, after the success of this, Marvel decides to put out some books. Actually at the end of this, of the Ultimate Fantastic Four number 23, what happens is Magneto helps this Ultimate Reed Richards get back to the universe. And basically the whole building blows up and Magneto blows up and you think Magneto's dead. That's how it ends. Cross over here to Marvel Zombies number 1. And what's cool is every Marvel Zombie cover has an undead cover of a famous issue. Incredible Hulk number 1. And it looks like, you know, Banner and that zombified. Very cool. This is like the 5th printing, the 4th printing. I mean, they take out prints of these all the time because it's successful and every cover is different and people just want to get the covers. So, in this issue, what happens is Magneto isn't killed. We find out he's still alive, but very beaten and very bruised, and he still tries to fend off these zombies. And basically, eventually, although he thinks he's won and thinks he can get away, Wasp ends up biting Magneto, infecting him, and they tear Magneto apart and they eat him up. So, after issue 1, the only supposed person left on the planet to battle against these zombies is dead. Leads us to believe there's not going to be much to carry on into the other Marvel Zombies, but we're wrong. There's much, much bigger fish to fry than Magneto, as we learn. We also learned that, this is number 2, we also learned that in the Marvel Zombie storyline, the leader of the Marvel Zombies is apparently Ant-Man, which is Henry Pym. He actually has a live kind of nourishment thing, if you want. He has the Black Panther stowed away and hidden and drugged, and every time Ant-Man gets hungry, can't find any food, he goes down and rips off a piece of the Black Panther's body and eats it. What's cool to note about the Marvel Zombies is that these guys aren't really bad. It's just they got the hunger and all that and they have to eat and they can only eat flesh. When they eat, they tend to like subside and be more intellectual and be smarter, and they want to find a cure for what they have. And a funny thing, or actually a very funny thing that I find, is that Peter Parker, Spider-Man, every time he eats, he gets normal again, like more normal, and he can't live with himself. I can't believe I ate Mary Jane and Aunt May, the only 2 people that I cared about, and he always gets down about that. And in the instance, the Incredible Hulk, when Hulk's around, he's hungry. As soon as Hulk eats, he reverts back to Bruce Banner, and usually, you know, Bruce Banner is like 1/10 of the Hulk's size. He's got all these pieces of body inside of him that are sticking out and pierce holes in his stomach and whatnot because he can't hold the food because he's 1/10 the size. Just some little funny concepts. You'll see by reading this, the stories are gory and graphic, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of humor in it too. It's kind of like a Return of the Living Dead-ish type feel to it. We've got Marvel Zombies number 3 and number 4 here too. What happens later in the storyline, like I said, Magneto is gone, so they don't really have another person to attack type thing. The Silver Surfer shows up. and all the zombies want to eat the Silver Surfer because it's a new form of meat. And as you know, where the Silver Surfer comes, Galactus isn't far behind. So Silver Surfer appears and tells them your planet has been selected by Galactus. It's an honor to be eaten by Galactus and blah blah blah. The Marvel Zombies actually attack Silver Surfer for a long time, finally beat him and eat him. And at the end of issue number 3, when Galactus does show up, he's like, where is my PR guy, if you will, where's Silver Surfer type thing. He asks the zombies as he appears on the planet, and they said that they ate him. And Galactus just flips out, not knowing what the hell happened. They ate him. So, and by eating him, actually, the zombies inherit part of his power, part of his cosmic powers, which they use to battle Galactus. You see some villains in the books, not very many, a few of them, they try to battle Galactus too, and it ends up that the good zombies kill off the bad zombies. Like Peter Parker kills off Venom because the symbiote gets too weak and slouches off Eddie Brock and all that. So really cool stuff happens there. In the end, with their cosmic powers, the Marvel Zombies do end up killing Galactus and eating him. So they eat for probably a long time. All we know is 5 years later, next thing you know, we're on another planet. This light is coming, and the people of the planet are like, this is it, that's Galactus coming, we're doomed. And when the light gets closer, it's not actually Galactus, it's the Marvel Zombies. Well, the ones that are left, the ones that weren't killed during the Galactus fight, which are like Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, and a few others I don't really recall. I think Luke Cage and another one. And they're coming towards the planet, and they're all dressed in Galactus's galactic suit. So they have Galactus's power now because they ate him, and they just go on from world to world and eat them dry. So all in all, what you have with Marvel Zombies are extremely cool covers, a very cool story. Zombies infected, eat all the humans out, have no food, Silver Surfer arrives, eat him, Galactus comes, eat him, inherit the powers, leave the planet, and go eat out tons of alien worlds. It's very George E. Romero-ish. It's a very good story. Marvel Select has finally announced that they're going to be releasing figures. Spider-Man and Captain America to start off the Marvel Zombies line. I wish Hasbro would finally, you know, get all these characters since they have a license and make a box set of Marvel Zombies, or 2 box sets. It'd be just awesome. But overall, Marvel Zombies, a awesome storyline, very well written, funny yet gross at the same time. They're eating people and then they're coming back out of their stomachs and they're re-eating them to try to keep the hunger down. Just some really neat stuff. I don't want to give away too much of it. Pick it up, read it, it's definitely worth it. So until next time, keep subscribing to my videos, keep posting comments, and if you can, please pick up Marvel Zombies. It's available in a hardcover now. Actually, it's the 2nd or 3rd printing of the hardcover. You can get that. Also, what's happening, if you don't know this, in Army of Darkness, the comic book, in issue 14, which is, I think, is coming out next month or this month, we're going to see a crossover where Ash is actually in the universe of the Marvel Zombies. So Ash is going to be fighting against the Marvel Zombies, which is very cool. So anyways, yeah. Take care and subscribe to my videos. Later, guys.